Hi everyone, have a great day. Today I'll show you around the neighborhood by the train tracks. Train's coming through soon. Oh, there's a cargo train passing by. Watching a train run this close to people's homes, anyone visiting for the first time would probably jump a little. The gap between the tracks and the front doors is just a few steps. And yet, people here just keep sipping their tea, hanging laundry, chatting away like nothing's happening. When a train's about to pass, they simply step back inside, wait a few seconds, and it's already gone. Just a few short seconds. But it's a rhythm that's repeated here for years. For an outsider like me, this is a fascinating experience, a rare glimpse into everyday life. But for the people who live here, it's just an ordinary part of the day. Once the train passes, the little street settles back into its familiar calm. Walking down this street, I realized something. Sometimes peace isn't about nothing happening. It's about how people adapt and live alongside things that might seem inconvenient. Those blooming flower pots look absolutely lovely. People here often grow vegetables in small styrofoam boxes to save on costs. They hang beer cans on the plants. It's such a unique touch. Still those same little familiar alleyways. Oh look, there's a lush vegetable garden growing in small styrofoam boxes. I've wandered into a quiet little corner of the city. Oh wow, that's amazing. I actually just stood here and watched a train go by. Now I'm going to find a small alley that leads out to the main street. This is one of the main roads heading toward the city center. Oh, I really love streets like this. They're so great for pedestrians like me. And this is one of the most beautiful streets in the city. A stretch that draws in a lot of tourists. And here it is, the famous Han Market in Da Nang. This place brings in visitors from the US, Korea, and China. A shopping paradise packed with variety in food, fashion, and everything in between. This intersection is buzzing. Lots of vehicles passing through, so different from that quiet neighborhood by the train tracks earlier. Here they sell food, souvenirs, local specialties, and sweets, all beautifully arranged and decorated. That's a cart selling some really beautiful hats. It looks so cool. There's every kind of fruit and drink here. Coconut water, orange juice, watermelon. Tourists choose to walk here to take in the beautiful scenery to the fullest. Honestly, walking around in this Da Nang heat really works up a sweat. And on the bright side, every few steps there's a cool drink or a gorgeous photo spot. So hey, a little exhaustion is worth it. The more I walk, the more I feel like a little turtle lost in a sea of people, slow, curious, and soaking in everything around me. But honestly, it's exactly this hustle and bustle that gives the market its unique character. No need for anything fancy. Just a stroll around is enough to fully soak in the rhythm of life here. Both sides of the street are now lined with shops packed side by side, covered in colorful signs that make anyone visiting for the first time keep turning their head to look. Traffic buzzes by non-stop, yet there's still a sense of order to it all. Pedestrians, motorbike riders, everyone just naturally gives way to each other, like they've known this dance for years. The deeper I go into downtown, the more I notice this blend of old and new. Tall buildings rise up one after another, yet here and there, you can still catch glimpses of streets that hold on to their old world charm. Walking through here, the smell of coffee drifting from the sidewalk cafes slows my steps right down. Maybe that's exactly what gives this city its character. Watching the crowd flow by, it hit me. Every street here carries its own story. You just have to be willing to stop and take a moment to notice. A little further ahead, there's another corner of the city looking just as lively and interesting. All right, let's keep going and see what else is waiting for us up ahead. So hot, so hot. All right, I've got to take this hat off or I swear I'm going to cook out here. Right now, the street is buzzing with traffic, people rushing back and forth, creating this rhythm that's so uniquely the city's own. Looking up a bit, these tall buildings stand tall, modern architecture that still somehow pulls you in. Turning into a small alley, I stumble upon this cute little coffee shop, tucked away quietly in the middle of all this city noise. Now, I'm heading back into a completely different world. A working-class neighborhood with those familiar little alleys that anyone who grew up in Vietnam has probably walked through at least once. Turning in here feels like stepping into another world entirely. No more shiny high-rises. Instead, rooftops packed tightly together and winding alleys weaving in and out of each other. This is also right around the time the food stalls start opening up for the evening. The clatter of knives on cutting boards, the sizzle of oil on the stove, the smell of food drifting all the way to the mouth of the alley. Just hearing it makes me hungry. All right, follow me as we explore these little alleys. This right here is one of the most distinctly Vietnamese things you'll find. Simple, everyday life, yet packed with so many interesting stories. Heading deeper in, I come across street vendors pushing their carts along the alley, their familiar call, a road leading straight up into the mountains. Oh, look! Lucas heading home after their shift. This is a big intersection, pretty lively. As evening falls, the lights along the roadside shops flicker on. Everyone's heading home together after a long day. Oh, this is a little pottery shop. There's a woman selling fruit along the roadside. A major intersection at night. The evening is super lively with the sound of motorbikes buzzing by. But down this little side street, it's incredibly peaceful. All right, I'm gonna go take a quick stroll around. Some families have already turned in pretty early. Pass by a few houses under renovation here. This street is getting a bit deserted. But then you have these coffee shops that stay open way past midnight. Check out the tangled power lines and the street lights. Such a familiar sight. Alright, time for me to head back and get some sleep. Thank you so much for watching my video.